What's going on, Attacker Squad? And welcome to Fanservice Fridays. Basically, we get to actually talk about, some of the importance of fan service in anime and stuff like that. But here's the thing: time and again, we've actually been seeing censorship. Excuse me. We've been seeing censorship amongst censorship and woke propaganda being forced against anime. All because these people just love shoving these freaking bullshit agendas down our throats. I'm doing pretty good, Bleed Shadow, and welcome. It is Fanservice Fridays, and I gotta say, guys, I really love playing freaking Senran Kagura Beach Peach Splash. Yeah, this right here, I still gotta freaking just try to find some time to freaking sit down and play this. I mean, I just started playing it, and I'm up to I got to actually get a little intimate with some of the ladies. You know what I mean? Ooh, goddamn. Yeah. Oh god. I know that Dio would. Icy would. Hold on, my computer is slow. Okay, Icy, I get you. I'll be waiting for you here, right here, dude. Do. Speaking of that, I got my new gaming PC, huh? Well, that's pretty cool. Look, can't wait to actually see what kind of stuff you actually play on that. Oh, I've been freaking listening to a lot of Motorhead. And I actually freaking found Hellraiser by Motorhead and Ozzy Osbourne. Just mwah, as absolutely perfection right there. And I know Mad Matt would freaking. Hey, my own little slice of purgatory would be if I actually had a whole bunch of anime waifus and freaking rocking out with Lemmy. That guy's God. Just give me that and I'll be happy. Probably play games like Among Us and Castle Crashers and make sure they're live streams. Can't wait to see that, man. Look forward to actually see what you can cook up. Yeah, just waiting on some other people and I just hope my usual suspects actually show up. Yeah, I really love actually just hanging out and chat with all my friends. Causing so much of a ruckus, and I wonder if Cerno's gonna make it. I don't know if he might be here or not, but you know, it's it's usually fun to actually either have Cerno or Dee on here. Just kind of talk about certain things. Yeah, just waiting game. Hopefully, we can actually get somebody on here. I totally agree with freaking Bleach Out. Just have to say this real quick. People who hate fan service and have a Twitter account are sus. Yeah, I think I could actually say that would actually be like Yakuza wannabe chump. Since, I tried writing a freaking twitlonger about him and he freaking just righteously pisses me off. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Playing the waiting game. See if anybody shows up. Do 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 do. Hey, Butterboy. Yes, Butterboy. Freaking. How about something like this, or maybe even whoops, something like this. This is what Fanservice Friday is all about, baby. We're all about the freaking good-looking women laying down the sauce, giving a little bit of fan service for those who actually really do enjoy the spicier content of things. Oh, I would actually freaking, I don't know if I want to bet on that, but I would actually freaking just try to find something. I mean, if the Infinite Cup anime girls are really bad per se, I bet you that would actually be like our freaking ultimate weapon right there. Try to freaking find certain ways to. Oh, excuse me. Well, just waiting for. No, even better. Infinite Cup lesbians. Oh God. Yeah, definitely would. Oh yeah, I totally get where you're coming from there, Bleach Out. It's just that, we do need like, some more spicier content when it comes to anime stuff. And also it freaking pisses me off that people are always attacking anime artists whenever they actually go and make some spicy content. Because A, that's actually censorship. And B, they shouldn't actually have the right to tell people what kind of artwork they actually want to make or whatever. Okay, if I could actually be able to make spicy content, like, draw a really nice looking, really nice looking girl that would really just offend, all the, friggin', what do I want to say there? All the, all the freaking Twitter Puritans, I would so do it in a heartbeat. I mean, I just want to spike these a-holes. I'm not really, but like I said, I'm not really political. Politics is just something I really don't like doing, or religion or anything like that. Because A, current day politics is just complete shit. B, I don't freaking care if you're actually a liberal or conservative. That shit just doesn't fly with me. If you're actually respectful to me and you earn my respect, then we Gucci. But if your freedom of speech actually tramples on mine, then we have a problem. And by we, I mean you. Also, another thing, it doesn't matter what you believe in, as long as you're not forcing your religious views onto other people, then we're all good. You see, I was actually forced into Christianity as a kid through my stepdad, and I freaking hated it. I mean, if you really expect someone to actually just, believe in God or believe in a higher power, they need to do it of their own volition. They should actually have freedom to choose how they want to spend their Sundays or whatever holy days there are. I mean, I don't really go to church on Sundays because I got to work, sadly. But yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting on some guests that they're actually going to be. That there's going to be. That's why I will never be political on my channel. Hence, why I will not bend the knee to Twitter assholes. Totally agree, dude. 100%. I freaking had to say, dude, you freaking bring us some good points. Alright, be right there. Yeah, I just gotta take a quick break here, guys. So, if anybody comes in, just give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Yeah, they were, and this wasn't really that hungry. I already had cider. Hold on. Wink. And hey, we got Hikaru.
It looks a lot like Christmas.
Hey,
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. What so much fun it is to grab a pair of old pie in an open sleigh.
oh, that's a pretty good one. I really got to give you that
Yes,
one there, dude.
the
Yeah,
honor has intensified. Well, merry late Christmas. I mean, early Christmas.
here's a little Christmas present from me to you.
Honor. That's righteous.
Oh yeah.
Belch like a Viking. Alright, so now I'm thinking for this stream, since we always talk about the wokies and all that, like we usually do, how's about we keep this woke free? Like we just talk about wholesome Christmas stuff or some bullshit like that. Like kinda keep it I don't wanna say clean because let's face it, this stream is never clean.
Hey, as long as there's no, as long as it's about anime boobies or anything like that, I'm all for it.
Alright. Well, let's start this off with let's start this off with some Christmas stuff. Like, what is your favorite Christmas movie? And it cannot be Die Hard because that's too obvious.
No, let me think here. I'd actually have to say one of my favorite Christmas movies. I'd have to say is Home Alone.
Oh, nice. I mean, just the first movie, or
It, I guess it's actually between 1 and 2.
there's no three, huh?
I mean, I like 3 though, but
Oh wow! I mean, usually a lot of people hate the third Home Alone movie because it was a different actor and it just didn't really capture that same spirit like one and two.
no, I used to watch that back when I was a kid, and even growing up, I still loved it. It's better than
Nice.
the new Home Alone, the Home Sweet Home Alone that's actually out on freaking Disney Plus. It's
Oh
actually
yeah,
better than.
that one. Yeah, I mean that's really no comparison right there because that Home Alone. What I've heard is the kid in the movie. He's a complete total asshole, not the lovable asshole. Like he apparently steals something from the neighbors, and the neighbors are just trying to get their shit back, and he's just being a total complete little asshole. It's as if they didn't understand what the first two movies were, or they just didn't give two shits. And it's like, hey, let's try to remake a classic, but fail at doing so. I mean, hell, I kind of wish Didi was here because this is the conversation that we were having a while back with the whole you can't remake a Home Alone movie just like you can't remake Sandlot or Stand by Me or any of these other movies for obvious reasons. And yet here you have this new Home Alone movie that just so happens to prove that point. There's no love in it. There's no passion. It's just a cheap cash grab.
Exactly.
But I would say my favorite Christmas movie is. But to be fair, I really do like the Christmas Carol.
Ah,
I mean, either one of them is good. Like that is my top favorite. Christmas movie. But
yeah.
but Alright. So let's now. What are your thoughts on a lame Christmas movie?
Hmm. A lame Christmas movie, huh? That's a
Yeah,
really tough.
I'll start us off. Super Mario Christmas Special.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've actually seen
Uh
that one.
it is absolutely. It's your typical standard Saturday morning cartoon Christmas special. You know, where it's like the bad guy wants to kidnap Santa Claus, and you know the heroes such as stuff. And it's just again, it's just standard Christmas episode special.
In fact, the Bleeding Shadow asks, "Does It's a SpongeBob Christmas count as a good Christmas movie?"
Wait, what?
Oh, he's asking if
Mm.
the if is a SpongeBob Christmas actually count as a good Christmas movie?
Oh yeah. I mean, as long as it's like an hour long thing, it has to be an hour long in order to be a movie.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
and
mean the SpongeBob can count. But
yeah,
like I said, the worst one has to go to the I mean you also got like Mario, you got Pac Man, which I cannot believe that was a cartoon, but again, you know, back then, everything that was Nintendo or video game related got its own cartoon show.
yeah, and oh, I would love to see that. Although I'm very neutral to this stuff. Imagine a Christmas anime where everyone's a thick anime girl.
Yes. Hey, actually, to be fair, Senran Kagura had a technical Christmas episode, the Shinobi Masters anime.
Huh. Yeah. Basically, they do celebrate Christmas in Japan. So,
Mm-hmm. I
hey,
Hey, what's up?
oh, I was actually just gonna say because basically, here's the thing: people don't understand that that Japan celebrates Christmas, and it's just kind of freaking stupid that they're
Yeah.
actually. I know we're trying to actually stay away from the wokies and stuff like that, but it's always kind of like one of those freaking try not to step on a landmine type situations. There's a freaking minefield around us.
You know, to be totally honest with you, like I totally understand that. With my new YouTube channel, I'm keeping it strictly with anime and VTuber stuff, but at the same time, it's hard to keep it like that because there's always like a hero hey will pop up, or Rez will show up from time to time. It's like I can't really get away from the woke SJW nonsense, which is also why I have another channel that's strictly dedicated to everything that's not anime related, which it allows me to stay away from anything and everything woke. But but no, hold on. Okay, so what? Let's see. Let's keep the Christmas special here. Christmas train go. Actually, speaking of Christmas train, Polar Express sucks. There, I said it. Express sucks.
Yeah, I'm just not really a fan of it either because I have nothing against it or anything. It's just not really my cup of tea.
But yeah, I mean, it's also the CGI looks absolutely horrendous. And there's like one character, the one with glasses. I just want to punch in the face so badly. Like, I hate that character. He's just so annoying.
Yeah, and it's just too much. It's too freaking difficult to deal with. It's like seriously,
But
why can't?
but to be fair, it's been a long time, so I guess we should let it go. Let it go. I can't hold it in anymore.
Yeah, if you
God, I
actually say
hate
that to my
Frozen.
uncle, he would actually be freaking screaming Geneva Convention because he actually hates Frozen.
I hate Frozen too. It's way too overrated. Like I get it, it's for the kids, blah blah blah. Okay, cool, that's good, that's okay, but we can still hate it and say it sucks. I mean, a lot of people act like it's the greatest fucking movie in the history of ever, the greatest Christmas movie in the history of ever, and they fail to see actual greatness. Die
Yeah,
Hard.
of course.
Yes. I'm pretty sure Matt would also agree.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I really enjoy like freaking listening to freaking Motorhead and oh man.
Okay. So, oh, by the way, I know we said we're going to keep away from the woke nonsense, but to be fair, this would be technical appropriate. So, you know how the Wokies wanted to get rid of the what's it called? The baby is cold outside.
Yeah, because freaking it's actually just kind of stupid because they think it's actually a no means no song. Like
Well, the thing is, clearly they didn't get rid of it because I remember last year when I was at the bank, getting my money and stuff. The song was playing on the radio. Like, oh shit. Oh, by the way, in the comment section, everyone press F for all the people who have to work or they have to listen to Christmas music 24/7.
yeah, exactly.
How many times did you hear Jingle Bells today?
Ooh.
Like, I believe. I mean, what's funny is there's like a shit ton of Christmas songs, and yet somehow they managed to only play 20, and it's on loop, a constant, annoying loop.
I mean, seriously, why can't you? It's like listening to "Here Comes Santa Claus," like freaking, like from the movie Fred Claus. Remember when they were actually freaking playing "Here Comes Santa Claus" at the freaking Elf Workshop? I would be
Yeah,
losing my goddamn mind.
exactly. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. No, go away, Santa.
Yeah,
Bad touch, Santa.
I still need to freaking.
Oh, also, another good Christmas movie would be Bad Santa.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
That's one of my
also,
favorite movies.
freaking, I hope to God that freaking. I hope to God that they don't actually either delay it or actually give it like the freaking interspecies reviewers. They're talking about Shinkai Atsuya actually says, will they delete World End Harem again, or will it end up like redoing Healer? Or will it actually come out?
But I mean, to be fair, I think it's supposed to come out in Japan, but they for whatever reason, well, we know the reason why they want to hold on to it and delay it. But hopefully, we will get what is rightfully ours.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: this is freaking Crunchyroll and freaking Funimation we're talking about. These the same
Uh-huh.
company, the same company that actually had the audacity to drop interspecies reviewers after the first 3 episodes while they were dubbing
Um,
it.
I, I, and I still find it hilarious how they said it's not up to our expectations. Like, dude, did you not read the bio? It's in the bio. It's in the summary of what the show is about.
Exactly,
Like
but
you're like these idiots who buy their kids an M-rated game like Grand Theft Auto or whatever, and then complain that little Timmy and little Susie saw blood. Idiot. It's on the game. Rated M. Not meant for little obnoxious brats.
Yeah, in fact, freaking that's just the thing. You see, they think that M stands for minor when it's actually rated mature. Mature.
Mm-hmm.
18 plus.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so what am I it just? Alright, so what's one of your favorite Christmas specials? Kind of keeping the Christmas theme going.
All right. Don't really know about any like Christmas specials or anything like that because when it comes to the holidays, I try to actually just keep it just to Christmas itself because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not really that festive, and I have to
Uh,
work on Christmas Day too, so which totally
oh,
sucks.
that sucks, dude. How come you didn't ask for a day off? You can do that, That
I
is
know,
your right.
there's things that I want to do, but sometimes I gotta freaking people actually just want to go out and just either gamble or freaking have a nice meal at freaking at the restaurant where I work. So could be busy, couldn't be, but we're gonna be closing. We're gonna be closing down the restaurant at the casino at 8:30 on that day. So
I'm gonna
that's
be
a
honest
plus.
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It pisses me off when companies work on Christmas and Thanksgiving because that's the day you're supposed to spend time with your damn family, not spend time working at some shitty ass job and having to deal with idiots who don't have a life of their own and just wasting your time up there. Because guess what? Your family is way more important than a job. Don't get me wrong, I love money. Like I absolutely love money, but my granny isn't always going to be here, right? Like your family isn't always going to be here.
Exactly. Also, yeah, I've also read up on some of the freaking what I want to say there. I've already read up on some of World's End Harem, and that's actually pretty good. But also another another series I would love to see a freaking get an anime adaptation is Parallel Paradise. And I know that our buddy freaking JSEP by Explorer has already talked about that.
Nice. Well, one thing I do want to see with that anime is even though it was a completely fake manga, but that one with the guy reincarnates as a woman's you know what. Even though that was fake,
Oh,
I
oh,
would
God,
love I
God
would
damn.
love for that to be a legit manga. Like,
Oh,
just imagine if that was a 100% legit, real deal manga.
yeah. I mean, seriously, that would actually freaking just piss off. What I want to say there, all the freaking wokies on social media just make it go.
And that would
Oh
be fantastic. That would make it even better. I would even review the show, the movie, the manga, and praise it to high heaven. Like, this is a good manga. This is a good, anime.
yeah, and then you got people like freaking Butterboy actually saying like freaking fan service in anime is equivalent to softcore pornography, and it's actually ruining anime. And it's misogynistic.
Man, what a boy needs to stop worrying about boobies and anime and worry about those arteries of his and put down the fried butter. Okay?
Yeah, good luck on that because basically I tried freaking. Oh god, I know if he's actually watching this right now, he's probably freaking gonna freaking have a coronary.
I mean, if he's watching this, butter boy, put down the stick of butter. It's not food. You cannot keep eating butter like it's going out of style.
Oh
Stop.
god, I actually freaking remember that robot chicken thing where this really freaking obese dude is actually freaking eating butter and mayonnaise together. Like, ugh.
Who the fuck would eat butter and mayonnaise? What kind of shit is that?
I do not know, but it's actually just some robot chicken sketch that I've actually saw, and I was like, oh god, why did I watch that? Also, yeah, I still need to see Heaven's Lost Property, and it does have. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. It does have an anime adaptation, but strays so much from the manga. It would be nice to see if there was a remake, since the MC is unapologetically etchy and it's hilarious.
That's good. That's what you want to see. Unapologetic spicy. But
Yeah, in fact, good.
But anywho, kind of keeping on with the Christmas shit. So, what is your thoughts on candy canes? I personally hate peppermint.
And there are different flavors besides like peppermint for freaking candy canes.
I mean, do you like
Like,
candy cane or what?
I mean, I got some Sour Patch Kids. I got like some Warhead candy canes.
Nice.
Yeah. They also have Oreos. It comes in different flavors, so it just doesn't isn't just peppermint. I mean,
Yeah, but
I
I'm
don't
just talking about. Yeah,
I
but
don't
I'm
have
just talking about the strict candy cane itself, the peppermint candy cane.
and I'm not really bothered by it. So as much as I don't like freaking peppermint as you do, I just don't have anything against it. What?
I mean, I don't have anything against it. It's not like I'm saying let's, get rid
Hang
of
on, I'll be right back.
peppermint. Alright.
Oh.
While he is gone, I will keep y'all entertained with my singing. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, you're back. Okay then.
Yes, I'm back.
Alright. Well, I mean, I was just serenading the comment section with my heavenly voice.
I see that. In fact, I really gotta say, I really do enjoy playing Senran Kagura because why does freaking Sweeney always actually have to freaking try to pander to these freaking wokies that don't buy video games? They can't stand all the freaking spicy content when they should be focusing on us, the people that actually give them the money to actually make these things.
Well, just give it time. All day will come. They'll get tired of pandering to the Wokies, and the company will fall, and from there, people who actually know what they're doing will take over. I mean, did you know the Beholder from D&D and Wizards of the Coast is getting uh, censored or whatever?
Yeah, I really don't want to think about those types of things
For,
because
for those of y'all who don't know, the Beholder is basically a giant face with one eye and tentacle hair and sharp teeth, and it's supposed to be an evil race. But the Wizards of the Coast idiots are like, this might hurt black people's feces or whatever, because of course they would think that. And so they had to censor the origin of the fictional meatball head monster creature.
oh
That's the world we live in. That's the fucking world we live in. Like, you look at that and you tell me there's a God. Right? Like, you look at that and you tell me there's a God.
yeah, exactly. And of course the Bleeding Shadow says, I hate to tempt fate, but here, but Sucker Punch and Insomniac will go woke.
Hopefully not. But
Yeah, I hope.
hold on. You had okay. Have you had what's it called? Like Benedict. You know that white gooey chocolate stuff? Not chocolate, but that white gooey candy that you're supposed to cook. Not cook. Yeah, they're supposed to like bake at a certain time because if the weather is not good, it will not bake properly or something.
I never really tried that before, and I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Man, I gotta look up the name. Like it's this white candy like caramel, but it's not caramel, and you have to make it in a certain time or else it won't come out right.
Yeah, like I said, I never tried it before because basically I've never seen it, nor.
Let's see. Okay, what about gingerbread man?
Oh yeah, gingerbread men are fun to make. I mean, basically you can actually dress them up, and it's actually so delicious. And
You know
we
what's
also got
funny?
DD.
Hey,
Sorry,
Dee.
I'm doing a recipe from the D&D cookbook, which was a gift from my friend in California. And I just got done prepping the potatoes and carrots for it. It's traveler's stew.
Ah, nice. I would like to see a picture of it when it's done, if you don't mind.
Don't worry, there'll be a picture of it before I eat it because I want to post it on Instagram.
Nice. I can't wait to see it. So, how you doing, Dee Dee?
Huh?
How you doing, Dee Dee?
I'm tired. I mean, you gotta prep the stew meat, then you gotta prep the vegetables, and then you gotta wait for the meat to tenderize before adding the vegetables. Then you gotta wait for the vegetables. At this rate, instead of lunch, the stew is gonna be supper.
Oh, by the way, since you weren't here a couple of minutes ago, we were talking about the movies that we like, Christmas movies, and Mr. A stated that his favorite movie was Home Alone. And we brought up the subject of how crappy the remake, reboot, what do you want to call that whole abomination is. And
I'm sorry, movies like Home Alone and The Goonies, unless you're gonna keep it in the time period that they came out at, you can't get away with that nowadays. Because like Home Alone, oh, we forgot Kevin at home. Let's call Kevin's cell phone or tablet.
well, here's what they did in the movie. They just made the kid into an asshole because if the comments are correct, Kevin, I think that's still his name in the
I
movie.
don't want to watch a movie like that. The reason I like Home Alone is because you can feel for Kevin. Everyone's being a dick to him. So when he has his outbursts, they're more or less justified.
Well, what's happening in the movie though is he apparently steals something from the neighbors, and the neighbors are trying to get it back, but he's just preventing them from getting it back, and it's not even a misunderstanding. It's just Kevin is a little asshole.
Why? Why? God fucking damn it, Disney. It's already bad enough you're trying to do a remake. You're gonna make Kevin an asshole? We're supposed to want to root for Kevin, not hope he gets his throat slit.
Exactly, exactly, and it's just again like we stated before, you cannot remake a movie like Home Alone or The Goonies or Sandlot or anything like that
Well,
because
I don't know why I probably wouldn't mind the Sandlot being remade because when you look at the Sandlot, you learn that it was like late 50s, early 60s when that movie set. So as long as they stick to that time period, it won't be bad. It's if they try to do it modern day and it's like, why? No normal child nowadays is playing actual sports.
And that's sad, to be honest. Like, I
That
mean,
is sad, but my point is, closest you're gonna get to a kid playing baseball is like Wii Sports or something.
and not only that, but you know what else I do is the if there was like a movie like The Sandlot, all the kids would be on their iPhones and tablets and just standing outside,
Oh, this is
doing
this
nothing.
is what would happen. One of the kids would get upset or something and throw their cell phone over the fence and be like, "Oh no, my dad's gonna beat my ass if I don't have my phone." And that's why they go messing with the dog, not because the kid was stupid and lost and mint condition baseball signed by Babe Ruth.
And not
And
just that, and
that
not
was
just
pretty
that,
freaking hilarious.
And
I
not just
mean,
that, but the other thing to also note is the kids can't make the evil dog like they could back then because like they didn't know about dogs or whatever. No kid today is going to believe that there's this big ferocious bloodthirsty man-eating beast on the other side. So it really takes away all of the atmosphere.
And then
yeah,
with the Goonies, considering parents will now track their kids' phones and stuff, the minute one of the kids tries to go past the property line, bring. Hello, mom. Why are you leaving the yard? You get your butt back to the house, right? This is it. But mom, we might have found a pirate's treasure. I don't care if you found Jesus Christ. Get your butt back to the house.
Exactly. There you go. Like there's no adventure. The kids. The only movie that did a good job with the whole two kids going on a little adventure thing was Luca. But that's only because you got this fictional creature, a sea monster from the sea, doing shenanigans with his friend.
I watched Luca and it was an adorable movie. The only thing that ruins it is the people who can't accept that, maybe Luca is just friends with Alberto. Not everything has to lead into, oh, they must be a loving couple.
Yeah, I absolutely hate people like that because it's like, no, not everything has to be gay. Let these two just
I
be
mean,
bro.
this, and I agree with this. People always complained about the whole how adults couldn't accept that, maybe a girl and a boy were just friends and would do things like, oh, he's your boyfriend. Oh, looks like you got a little girlfriend. And yet, these same people who hated that are doing it only in the queer sense.
Exactly. And it's stupid because we live in a day and age where two guys or two girls cannot just be friends without some idiot going, oh my god, they're gay. Look at the gay. Oh my god. Like, no, they're just friends. Shut up.
I saw a thing where a woman said her daughter must be transgender because she only wants to play with boys. And it's like, or maybe she prefers to just play with boys. Maybe she
Exactly.
doesn't always want to play house or tea party.
Exactly. But
I mean,
again,
I remember as a kid, I'd play baseball with my brother and his friends growing up.
exactly, and again, it's just we live in a day and age where you can't have a kid just being a kid, or you can't have two people sitting next to each other because it has to mean something. And this ain't a new thing either. You look back in the fucking when Sesame Street was the thing. Oh my God, Bert and Ernie are gay, or oh my God, Batman and Robin are gay. Like anytime two people stood
No,
next
no,
to each
no. We
other.
are not making of anyone. We are not making those two gay because Robin is a young boy. Damn it.
Well, no,
yeah,
I know
exactly.
Robin is a young boy, but I'm talking
I
about
mean,
like
this is what pissed me off about the Wokies trying to claim Sonic by saying Sonic and Tails are in a relationship, and I'm like, this shows you won't even do a Google search, let alone are a Sonic fan, because every Sonic fan knows that Tails is always portrayed as 9 years old and Sonic is in his mid to late teens. So you're basically promoting pedophilia by doing that. I mean, I would have still been annoyed if it was like, oh, Sonic and Shadow or Sonic and Knuckles. I'd be like, seriously? But at least I'd have been more okay with that than Sonic and Tails. Excuse me, are you part of the map community? Because Tails is a young child.
I'm pretty sure a lot of the Wokies are a part of the map community because they keep on obsessing over little kids way too damn much.
I bet they recommend the Orange movie to friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, the Bleeding Shadow says, also, I would like to congratulate you on surviving through Seth Rogen's Christmas abomination that is Santa Inc. Yeah, I had to go through 3 cans of Pepsi just to the first episode, just so I could actually freaking have, like, whatever remains of my brain cells.
Well, thankfully, I've been watching playthroughs of the new Five Nights at Freddy's game, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice. I just want to say I am absolutely surprised that Five Nights at Freddy's still manages to be relevant in this day and age.
Oh, hell to the freaking no.
I think it's because of the lore.
Not that. It's just that freaking Bleeding Shadow says, it's a shame that Seth Rogen is taking over TMNT and freaking Darkwing.
Oh, God, no.
Why Disney? Why Nickelodeon? Why do you hate your old school fans so much?
What's funny is Seth Rogen always is complaining about the white Mayan, the white supremacists.
Isn't he whiter than the fucking sun?
Yes, it's like Seth, do you not own a mirror? Look in the mirror, dude. Look in it.
Please tell me he's not one of those people who says they're trans insert ethnicity here.
I think he's just a self-hating, sad, pathetic, limp
Because
dick
I'm sorry,
white
this
man.
just proves that we have to draw a line somewhere. Because now we're doing trans ethnicities.
I mean, we already have that mentally challenged person who's saying, I'm trans Korean.
Yeah, basically, just because they're a K-pop stan.
I just want.
Okay, I'm a trans werewolf then. You see how stupid that sounds?
Yeah.
What's funny is they would take you seriously. The Wokies would take you seriously and call you werewolf self and werewolf this and that.
Oh, sweet angry Jesus, why?
Because these people are mentally challenged. These people are so brain dead. These people are so damn brain dead that a Saturday morning cartoon villain's henchman will look at them and go, "Damn, you're stupid." I mean, yes, I fell for the same trick from the heroes multiple times, but I'm a cartoon. You're a real human being, and you're this stupid. Holy shit.
Unless we enter the world of My Hero Academia, no. No, I'm not a fucking werewolf. For the love of God, please don't breed if you're too stupid to get that. I was saying I was a trans werewolf because we have the stupidity of trans ethnicity now.
And guess what? That right there, like I said before, is going to bring back that mindset from eons ago, the 1900s and shit, where someone says they are trans or any part of the LGBT, and people are going to go, "Oh God, you're mentally challenged." Oh.
No, mentally ill.
Yeah,
Being
mentally
gay was
ill.
considered as a mental illness back in the day.
Well, yeah, mental illness, but you still get the point, though. It's still, oh my God, you're not a sane individual.
Yeah, that's just freaking stupid if you ask me. Because, A, we actually have more brain cells than these freaking Twitter idiots. And Dave Chappelle was right about one thing. There is not
quick
real
question.
life. Okay.
Are a lot of wokies vegans too?
I think it's like a mixed match because I've seen a lot of Wokies saying things like, stop eating it. Okay, so get ready for this. I was watching It's a Gundam a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about how there's this one woman. Okay, stop eating meat because black people didn't get to eat meat when they were slaves, so they had to catch up. And
What?
she also said,
What?
hold on. She also said white people stop eating meat because when Jews were, in the Holocaust, they had to eat potato soup. So stop eating brisket or some. It's stupid. It's mental illness.
Oh, Lord, help me.
If I want to eat meat, I'll freaking eat meat. Let's just put it at that.
Not only
Don't
will
tell
I
me what
eat
I
meat,
can and can't do.
not only will I eat meat, I will wear an American T-shirt of the flag, as well as the OG LGBT flag, because the new one is absolute shit. And I will also play Baby Is Cold Outside for the season, and I will drink hard liquor since that's something that they couldn't even handle beer. It would be too spicy for them. They have to drink soy milk.
Yeah, basically,
I'm just asking because studies have shown that the reason our brains are developed as they are is because our ancestors ate meat.
Well,
yeah.
we have evolved. Monkey evolved to bigger
All I'm saying
monkey.
is it would explain so much as to why they're so fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, that would explain a lot since monkeys are absolutely dumb because they keep making up these genders and every other kind of crap that's, made up that doesn't exist.
Also, Shinkai actually says you don't have to be a werewolf. Could be just a paw. What pisses me off more is people saying I identify as disabled. WTF?
Oh,
And then
yeah, that's the thing,
Oh hell
too.
no! Oh hell no! If I know your ass can walk, I'm gonna throw you out the wheelchair and stomp on your legs until you can't walk, and then I'll say, "There, now you can identify as fucking disabled."
Yeah, because there's this thing called a
also,
transabled where an individual will blind themselves or cut off their arm or harm themselves in a way to be disabled because they believe they are
Okay,
disabled.
these people need to be euthanized. And fucking Wokies can come at me, but these people need to be euthanized because people who are actually disabled did not get a say in being disabled, whether they were born disabled or were in an accident to cause it. They did not get a choice. These assholes are choosing to mutilate themselves.
Mm-hmm. But they don't care though. And what really pisses me off is, again, it goes back to what I stated about the whole, trans thing. People who are actual trans men and women are going to be looked down upon because people are going to be like, oh, so you're like that trans Korean freak, or something like that.
Shinkai adds there are people saying that math is racist. I want to beat those people with a ruler, and I don't blame you. Basically, if you're gonna sit there and say that a certain curriculum is considered racist, then basically that's a you problem because you don't understand the concept of freaking how simple mathematics works or anything like that.
All I'm going to say is most Japanese people I know, as well as from what I've seen when people do interviews with Japanese people in Japan, are flattered by people wanting to learn about the culture.
Exactly. It goes back to that woman. I forgot the celebrity's name. Had on the kimono and a bunch of mentally challenged people were reading saying, "Oh my God, that's cultural appropriation." And meanwhile, Japan's like, "Oh wow, nice, cool, good on you."
Hell, Hell, I'll admit I had a stupid Wookiee moment back when they did the Ghost in the Shell movie, with Scarlett Johansson. And then
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of Japanese people were like, we don't care. I mean, for crying out loud, the main character's brain is in a robot.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, also, I want to throw something out there, and I hope it's not a spoiler for you, DD, but I just want to say I hate the word cultural appropriating. And, oh god, the the one episode of Amphibia. Ah, I, I'm not going to spoil. I don't
No,
know.
they didn't say cultural appropriation, did they?
Okay, so let me give you the scene. So, Anne's mom is Taiwan or Taiwanese. Is that the word? Taiwanese?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So Anne's mom is Taiwanese, and she, owns that Thai restaurant. Alright? And so, in one episode, there's this guy
Oh,
who
we're
wants...
talking about the guy who wanted to be part of it?
Yeah, the fat guy, yeah. And then at the end, he, it's like, oh my god, this was cultural... And it's like, oh no, dude, come on. Y'all were doing
Yeah,
so,
I
so
do
good.
remember that part. I'm like, okay, just let it go. He still gets to be a part of it because he gets to be the delivery boy. Just
Yeah.
let it
And
go. Aside from that stupidity, it was a good episode.
exactly, and also, En's mom looked absolutely adorable in that outfit. Like, holy shit, that was cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
are
still
we
need
going to turn Anne's mom into a MILF now?
No, actually, wait. Yeah, no, yes, no, wait, no,
I think I broke Dionysus.
error 404, error 404, ding, 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 ding.
let's just say, just for the sake of the community, let's say we actually turn Anne's mom into a MILF. There's nothing wrong with
Yes.
that.
Oh no, man, I'm pretty sure if you go on rule34.com right now,
I mean, I've
we're going to
already
see
seen drawings of Ida called the ultimate MILF in the Boiling Islands.
Ooh, I don't know.
I mean, that is funny, and
I mean, she does look good. Yeah, her hair is like gray and stuff, but you got to remember, she probably would have eventually started graying anyway because she's in her 40s. You start to go gray around your late 40s, early 50s.
But
The curse
also,
just jump started it.
just throwing out that they're like, I mean, everything else about Amphibia has been absolutely great. That's been the only time there's ever been a hint of woke BS. But thankfully, that was the only time. Like, Anne has not yet told Sprig to check his male privileges as of yet.
Yeah, can we point out the fact that the planters have taken to Anne's culture so well, and we haven't had the stupidity of, you're not Thai, you're frogs, you shouldn't be enjoying this.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Which, by the way, hold on, let's back up for a moment. Remember, season 1? I don't know which episode it is, but when Anne helped the chef owner, with his restaurant because it was garbage, and she was like, "Hey, how about we, do I don't know what the frog term for the restaurant would be, but let's do your restaurant with a Thai twist." And well, it was, as we know, successful and stuff. No one said anything about cultural appropriating. It was like, "Hey, look at this. It's pretty, neat."
Wow.
And
Also,
well, go on, Miss J.
okay, the Bleach
Wouldn't
Shadow
that
says,
be Mrs. Claus Shadow?
I hope everyone hates. I know everyone hates gender bending, but just for this one, imagine if Santa was a hot anime MILF.
Again,
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, there you go,
There's
Mrs.
even a
Claus.
storybook where Mrs. Claus helps Santa with the local village nearby so that all he has to worry about is the rest of the world.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Mrs. Claus is the OG MILF. But also one thing I do want to also throw out there too is another thing is when the apprentices went to the temple, and I forgot the parents' name, but her parents is Thai temple. It was absolutely wholesome. I mean, it was nice to see the Thai culture and stuff, and it was no progressive BS.
The only gripe I had for that particular episode was Anne not real. I mean, I get it. Anne's like 13, 14 years old, so she's not going to pay attention to stuff. But when I was her age, I knew that if something happened that I was unaware of and people were giving my parents, containers of food, either something bad happened or someone died. Usually died when it came to this case.
Yeah, and to be fair, like you said, it is because she was a teenager, and at the same time, she did want to go see the museum lady because she had information on how to get the planters home. So it's kind of like I have to, go do this thing. So, in all fairness, it's not really 100% her fault there.
Yeah, but eventually the lady did come with it, so I don't see why Anne didn't say, look, my parents want me to go to the local temple. Could you meet me there and we discuss it then? This would have
Well,
this would have been so much easier if she had just been like, look, just meet us at the local Thai temple and we can look at this because my parents want me to help out with the stall we have and stuff. No,
well,
it's how can I sneak away even though I said I would wait an hour?
Well, with that, it can easily be said, and it's not the show's fault. It's the writer's fault, and it's the plot convenience, trope for the sake of the plot.
I mean, they could have still had the battle and stuff to explain why she obviously couldn't leave,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it just annoyed me because I mean, maybe I was raised different or something, but if if something happened and my parents wanted me to spend time with the community, be it the church or what have you, I would at least wait an hour before being like, okay, I'm done. Bye.
true. But I mean, at the same time, though, you also have to put this into consideration. You have three, ultra dimensional creatures with you who you're trying to get home. I mean, this isn't just a everyday Sunday event thing. This is like, okay, I gotta help these three, non-human creatures get back home. So,
I'm
and
I'm
again,
just I'm just gonna say this. I'm glad they're not trying to get Anne or her friends into a relationship, be it with each other or other people, because that would be fucking annoying to me.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that is true.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Lumidity from Owl House, but it's kind of like Luca. Not everything has to equate to romance.
That's exactly true. I mean, when you see, like Anne and Marcy and Sasha, there doesn't really need to be a relationship because it's mostly about, friends trying to get out of this predicament and save the world from, annihilation and stuff like that. So there's no need for a relationship thing.
All I know is Andreas better redeem himself because if he really cares about Marcy, he's going to find a way to help her because holy fuck, stabbed her through the chest and then used her as a meat puppet.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, like he did say, and he was serious when he said, like, if it was any condemnation, I even begged, I forgot the creature's name, I even begged it to not pick you. And when it was possessing her, he did look away, kind of like, I just, Like, he did have some remorse for doing what he did.
Also, if Emperor Bellows is from like 100 years ago in the past, he's gonna have such a shell shock when he gets back to Earth.
I know, right?
Because I mean, so much has fucking changed in 100 years, 200 years, whenever he's from. I mean,
He's gonna come
even if
back.
phones existed back when he first entered the Boiling Islands, you have to take into account the phones were still attached to the wall, and you had to hold something to your ear to talk to someone.
Mhm.
Now you can carry a phone anywhere, and it doubles as a computer and TV and stuff. You know.
Yeah, like he's looking for like, wait a minute, you mean I don't have to push like this little button thing? It just like what is rock and roll music?
What
Yeah.
is this pizza on a bagel? Come on, it'd be a great thing to have as a reference. Admit it.
Oh
That
god,
would.
yes. And also just him getting to know the internet. What is Google?
Why does this thing keep showing nothing but cats?
I mean, of course they're gonna do that joke. The whole cat video thing, since
The internet
Amphibia.
is full of tubes, and they're full of cats.
Yeah.
I mean, and then what's going to really be hilarious is going to have to be Thanos, of course. Thanos discovers the dark side of the internet.
I I I kind of hope if he does end up on Earth, they have him so confused by stuff like, and people start doing fan art like Luz and Liz, as the basilisk is called by fans, to differentiate the two,
Yeah.
are just showing him like all these Disney movies and stuff, and he's like, and then as we get closer and closer to modern day, he's like, what happened? It started out so good. Now it's just awful and weird. And why do you humans keep shipping these two people who have no sign of liking each other together?
Exactly. Like, why? It doesn't make sense. They hit each other. Like,
Yeah.
This
and what
one,
is
and this is a reference to My Hero Academia. This one told that one to kill themselves, and yet you humans want them to be together. I don't understand.
and what is this thing called crack ship? What is this?
Oh, that would be funny, having to explain how it's where you take two characters from two different universes and pair them together. Kind of like how when Gravity Falls was on the air, people liked shipping Mabel with Steven from Steven Universe.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, at least that makes sense, and I could see that. But oh god,
Well,
it's just
I remember one of the people who was part of the Brony community doing a review of Twilight and Mordecai, and all I said in the comments was, they don't even make sense. They have nothing in common. And she's like, I know, right?
exactly like that doesn't make sense. I mean, hell, at least with the Rainbow Dash and Sonic the Hedgehog
They
thing,
have a need for speed. They love racing. And
exactly. There you
and I
go.
could see them getting together just because of the fact that both push each other to go further.
Exactly. There you go. But again, the Twilight and Mordecai one, it's like it's not even a crack ship. It's an ultra crack ship.
I mean, my friend Emma, she did this reincarnation fig for My Hero Academia, and Izuku ended up being the reincarnation of Sanji, and Ochako was Hinata from Naruto. Now, to explain why their ship still works, Sanji was originally going to be called Naruto, but because the Naruto comic was coming out, his agent's like, please just give the guy a bone and change the character's name.
Mm.
So Sanji could have been Naruto if Naruto hadn't come out at the time.
It's funny how
Wow,
people
that was
shit big with me for Konosuba and Bakugo. I should they would make lovely explosions together.
And that's how the world blew up.
no. Megumin deserves better than Baku shit. Like, I'm sorry, but I absolutely despise Bakugo. Like, he is top 10, if not top 3 worst
At
anime
least he's
character.
gotten better, but I can't understand why people would be like, oh, him and Izuku be cute together. I'm like, he told Izuku to jump off the school roof, kill himself. Why would you want
Exactly.
that? That's like Harley Quinn and Joker. Harley should be looking for someone who will treat her right.
Poison
Why?
Ivy.
Why?
Exactly. Again, it goes back to the whole catcher in a door thing. Like, why are you shipping? Why are you praising this toxic relationship?
Especially if it was a straight relationship, like again, Harley Quinn and Joker, y'all be saying, you need to leave him. He's bad for you. He's gonna kill you one day.
Exactly. There you go. But yet, because it's a
But the minute it's two
lesbian,
pussies or two penises, it's
yay,
A-okay because it's our
representation.
representation.
And that absolutely pisses me off because it just shows that these individuals don't care for true representation, like say the Owl House or Head of a Boss, and instead they are more fixated on just tokens. Again, like I said before, these individuals they will literally take a can of shit so long you put a rainbow sticker on it, and they will claim that is the greatest can of shit ever because representation.
I've explained how I would have been willing to accept Kadora. You have Katra see Adora hold her hand out and say, "Come with me." And as she's reaching out for Adora's hand, deciding she's gonna go, get shot in the back or something and drugged back off to be brainwashed.
Yeah,
That's
see, there you
how
go.
I can accept her being mean to Adora and stuff. Is she's not in her right mind. But she was in her right mind. She was just pissy that Adora wasn't like, yeah, you know what? I want to slaughter innocent people. Adora was like, no, I can't do this anymore. This is wrong. I mean, how many children were stolen from their families to be raised for the Horde? And she says, come with me. And Catra's like, yeah.
Exactly. And also, hey, Wild Man,
What the heck did I just walk in on?
walk into lesbians.
I mean, it
Oh,
sounds
by the way,
hot. But wow.
Didi, is there gonna be a session this Saturday, or are you gonna postpone it, or what? I forgot
I'm
to ask.
holding off until January.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure that way, I can make plans and whatever else.
So
Okay.
I got some interesting news. It's interesting news for me because I'm excited because I haven't been able to
You're
play
pregnant.
this since I was 12 years old. So I got a PS2 emulation now thanks to a friend, and I got Silent Hill 3. So me and some guys are going to get together. If not tonight, then next Saturday or Friday.
Nice.
I am
We're going to
still
start recording
disappointed we
episodes
didn't
for
get
Silent Hill 3.
Hills.
What?
No, Didi says she's so disappointed that we didn't get that, the new Silent Hill that we were supposed to get, but, Konami
We were gonna
decided
have Ritas as the main character. You can't get much better than that.
Well, I mean, hopefully the new one that's supposed to be being worked on is going to be okay.
And you know how many people shelled out money to get PS2s?
Do you know
had
how many
downloads,
fangirls we would have gained to the fandom just because it was Norman Reedus?
the
No,
power of
I've
horny.
been part of the Silent Hill fandom since the first game.
I
just
mean,
love
no,
Norman
but like, how many
Reedus.
people would have checked it out just because they're a fan of Norman Reedus?
The power of fangirls is strong with this one.
Again, I've been a fan of Silent Hill since the beginning. I just like Norman Reedus, so that's just another reason why I'm upset we didn't get the new game.
My friend blames Silent Hill for why I'm so desensitized now.
Basically, this is why I usually have to blame, all these companies that actually just have a tendency to, per se, try to freaking screw over the fans so they can actually chase after the phantom audiences, like
I mean,
Omega
yes, this is what I wanted more than Silent Hills, a pachinko machine. Yeah, that's what I wanted over a new Silent Hill game.
Oh, I don't know what possessed those people to do that.
Stupidity.
Yeah,
So
in
there's
fact,
that.
I don't know if you have might have seen this
Stupidity,
one, man.
refusing to listen to the fans. Maybe if Neil Cuckman had actually listened to the fans, the sequel to The Last of Us might have done well because we wouldn't have gotten that psychotic she-man.
Well, I am so glad I dodged that bullet to begin with because I just never played any of the Last of Us games, so I dodged a huge bullet.
Yes, you did.
And I'm gonna say this: when the only time I like Abby is via fan art of her defending Uzaki-chan, you fucking failed with your character.
Exactly,
Also, I
because
just had to get
Abby
this here,
is
man.
Which one? What is that?
because Abby is absolutely unlikable, and also,
Oh dear.
Judy. Speaking of D&D stuff, are you ready for this week on Stupid? Yes,
We're not talking about the woke 5th edition, are we?
No. We're
Wait,
talking
D&D
about
got woke? That's news to me.
Yeah, they made a whole thing for college students and a prom. And it's like, D&D was always inclusive. You just had to have the right dungeon master because
Yeah.
there would be those assholes who are like, no gay people. But most of the times they'd be like, sure, you're a girl, you can date another girl.
Well,
You want to play your
with
character
my experience,
as
or
you
my
want to play the
understanding and
opposite
little
sex?
experience of D&D,
Go for it. You want to play your character as the same sex, but it feels like they're more comfortable as the opposite sex? Go for it.
Well,
We
my
did not need
understanding is
that
like
in
D&D was
D&D.
like the only limitation to what you could do in D&D was your imagination in terms of what you wanted to do with the world building
Exactly.
and all that.
and also
We
like
did
with the
not need to
rules.
make a fucking module for people. And then if you wanted a prom, which I don't know why the fuck you would want a prom, because I never went
I
to
never
my
went to
prom,
prom, and
and it
look
was
how well
because
I
I
turned
found
out.
it tedious.
Well, I mean, what I was going to say though is the Beholder apparently is offensive because it's the whole race being absolutely evil is offensive and it hurts the fifis of the Wokies because they're all mentally challenged. And so the Beholder has now been apparently cancelled or censored, whatever.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
just gonna say this:
Beholder's a
people are
huge
just
monster in the
gonna.
game. Are you're saying they canceled the monster?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I'm just
cancelled.
gonna say this: people are just gonna flock to the previous generations and not focus
Well,
on
I find
anything
it funny that
else.
it took one generation for it from our generation to this new one coming up are just idiotic, retarded people that think they're in a new movement that's going to change the world, which is just,
Salvador?
huh?
Salvador?
No. It's actually
I don't know. I
Dio
just
from
think that
Business Design Adventure.
my point is like it took one generation for like humanity's intelligence to go down the toilet. That
And
amazes me.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing how these idiots are so damn stupid. They are offended by a flying meatball with spaghetti hair.
Well,
Oh,
no,
Wait, people are
I don't
offended
know if
by
you know
the
the
flying
YouTuber,
spaghetti
a friend of
monster?
mine.
one at a time. One at a
I'm
time.
sorry.
One
I'm
at a
sorry.
time.
People are offended by the flying spaghetti monster?
I was making fun of
What's
the
spaghetti
beholder.
monster?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the flying spaghetti monster. I'm like,
No.
really? People are offended by that?
No, I'm making fun of the beholder, a giant meatball with
Oh, okay.
spaghetti hair. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, a friend of mine, Dragon Fist, he does a lot of YouTube Yu-Gi-Oh retrospectives on YouTube. He made a very good point. Is how does and he's younger than I am. But how he goes, how does a generation that was brought up on The Simpsons, South Park, and Family Guy that makes fun of everything is offended by anything?
That's a good point. Like, how? How does one get
How
offended
does that
by?
happen?
You know
But
what? You know what? If I ever have to be face to face with a Wookiee and they start saying they're offended by cultural appropriation, I'm going to say, well, I'm offended that you're offended. And when they say, but that's stupid, I'm like, oh, but being offended by people celebrating other cultures, that's A-okay to be offended by, huh? Fuck you. If you're offended by this, I'm offended that you're offended. Fuck off.
and that's
Ooh,
the
I just
sad
don't
part.
care. I mean, I'm at the point in my life where, like, as long as y'all aren't affecting me, I don't care. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
I
guess what?
actively actually make fun of those people.
We all make fun of these mentally challenged people because they deserve to be made fun of. If this
These
was
people
high
are the reason
school,
why I can't dye my hair because I don't want to be lumped in with them.
and remember what I said. These people are the reason why I couldn't say I was bisexual because these idiots make the LGBT look bad. But again, thankfully you exist, so does my best friend, cousin, and also a community that I'm also a part
Yeah,
of.
I'm going to say this. You need to tone it down when you're trying to make gay representation when one of the queer people is like, Jesus, can we get a straight couple for once?
And again, it's like what I said before. It's like what I said yesterday and any other time. These idiots, their personality is their sexuality. They are nothing but gay, but lesbian, but whatever. And it's like, calm down. You are so damn over the top. Stodus and Angel Dust will look at you and say, "Dear God, you need to calm the fuck down."
Calm your tits. That's what Angel does.
Wait, was Angel? I've only ever seen the first episode. Was Angel Dust gay or something, or what? I don't
Yeah,
even know what
he's
gender
gay.
he was. Angel Dust was
That's
supposed to
my
be. To be
icon
honest,
is Angel Dust.
I'm sorry. What?
My icon.
Yeah,
It's
no, no. I'm getting. My point is, like, I don't even know what orientation Angel Dust
He's
is or
gay.
what gender Angel Dust is. To be honest.
He's
Yeah,
gay and he's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
and he used to be a porn star too.
Well, I knew that. I knew that.
But again, though,
Wow,
it's
he's got
just
some
We're gonna have
X-Rays
to
on him
send
then.
you the music video for Angel Dust. It's called Addicted.
But it's
I'm
like
addicted.
And apparently he has a drug named after him too, according to the show.
well, I mean, he's named after the drug.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Also, here's what I would suggest for good trans representation. Zombieland Saga, because Lily is adorable,
Yes.
deserves all the hugs,
Yes.
and you want to hate her dad, but when you see that her dad realizes that he should have taken her feelings into consideration, you feel bad for him because he feels guilty for basically telling Lily it's normal for boys to start getting facial hair.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, in his defense, he was a single dad and he clearly didn't know how to, be, a first time parent. Like he did his,
Not
best.
to mention, even if Lily wasn't a trans girl, you have to realize he's a man who doesn't know how to raise a little girl, you know?
And he's also a mountain of a man too. I still found it hilarious as hell when, we first see the dad. Saki, jump kicks his ass because he thinks that it's just some creep, attacking Lydia.
In my opinion, I really think he should be let in on the secret just so he could have a chance to repent for how he acted with Lily.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
just
is supposed to.
ridiculous.
You know, closure and stuff. I mean, if Lily says I forgive you, that would be good for him because this poor man is carrying the guilt that his child ended up dying from a heart attack because of being told that it's normal to get facial hair, because he didn't understand that for Lily, that's the worst thing that could ever happen, because she basically, heart and soul, is a girl.
Yeah. And
Yeah. And,
also another good trans character is Tiger and the Magnet Lady from My Hero Academia. Which, mind you, all three of these characters who are trans is done properly. It is not beaten over your head, and you have to actually pay
I'm not
attention.
completely familiar with all the My Hero Academia characters. Which one are we talking about?
Okay,
Oh
so
yeah,
Tiger.
Tiger's a trans male, I believe.
Yes, I also believe
Tiger.
too.
The character's
Yeah,
name is Tiger.
yeah, he's this big muscle dude that's part of the Pussycats.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you think that the that he'd be allowed to update his costume to at least have pants, because he's not a biological woman anymore.
I think he does it on purpose.
And my friend Emma, for a story she did, she had it be a law that if you were born biologically female, you have to wear a skirt no matter what. Because that's the only. Yes, Dad? The carrots and potatoes are in the icebox. Sorry, we had to let the meat become tender before adding the vegetables.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
I hope everything's okay.
Yeah,
I got some good news
the
again.
You saved
the
a whole bunch
only
of money on.
the only ingredient that was a pain in the ass to find was dark beer. And it sucks because we only wanted one bottle or can of dark beer, because we needed a cup of dark beer for the stew. And we couldn't get anything, so we had to buy a 6-pack for $10.
Mm.
And it's
So
like,
tomorrow my
we just
sister is
needed one
graduating college.
thing.
Also, Waterman, you wanted to say something.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Tomorrow my youngest sister is graduating college with a master's degree. Yeah. For
Oh, that's
oh,
business.
nice.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I'm excited. We're gonna get up early and head there. She's graduating in the NRG stadium, which is where I graduated high school.
whoa, that's cool.
Ah, nice.
So I find that really awesome. What? Oh, can y'all hear me better now?
Oh yeah, we
Yep.
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Using a new mic.
I need to get Bluetooth earbuds, unfortunately, because iPhone just decided you don't need a headphone jack. Yeah, way to make your phone worse than your competitor's iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
by the way, I forgot to ask Dee. Like, I mean, what are your overall thoughts on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean?
It's pretty interesting. I'm hoping that since it's an anime, Joylene is gonna get the disc to bring her father back to life. But
Yeah, Jolene.
I'm gonna be very upset if not, because this girl had a chance to escape prison, which she didn't belong in, but decided to stay so she could save her father. And I'm gonna be very upset if this whole time she stayed in prison and she doesn't get what she needs to save her dad. I'm gonna be very pissed.
Oh, also, okay, so I also made a video on the review of Stone Ocean as well, and I am glad that you liking everything, because I do understand that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure isn't like everyone's cup of tea, because it's like a lot way too outlandish and over the top.
It very much feels like something out of the 80s.
Yeah.
I've actually found a Harry Potter fan fiction where Harry is a distant relative.
That's funny.
And instead of the star birthmark being on the back of his neck, it's right where his scar is. I guess so that he's both. So it explains why he has such rotten luck. Because it seems like if you're linked to the JoJo family, as I call it, your life's gonna be fucked over. So I guess that's to explain Harry's rotten luck in the Harry Potter universe, because he's related to Jotaro.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, also,
So the description of Harry being this muscular boy despite still being starved is hilarious to me.
That's funny.
And it becomes a thing of, well, if Harry's muscular like all the other male characters, why the hell hasn't he beat the crap out of Dudley and Vernon yet?
Oh, that'd be great. And his fucking aunt, too.
But I've actually gotta say, we actually need like more like ecchier anime and stuff like that, like World's End Harem. That's apparently got like freaking postponed because we
I'm
actually
still
have
waiting for season 2 of fucking BNA.
BNA.
Brand New Animal.
Oh,
On
I have
Netflix.
yet to actually see that. I just found out about it and not too long ago.
That
I was just
and
like,
B
okay.
Stars, I think, has turned me into a furry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually went out, like, avoided Beastars for a long time, and then out of sheer curiosity, I read the entire manga, and then fell in love with it. Like, I didn't stop. I almost literally didn't stop reading until I finished it, and that's very, very rare for me. I only did that with one other manga, which was Black Cat.
I avoided B Stars until I was stuck at my grandfather's house during Ida for 2 weeks because the power was out. And the only thing I had was my phone. So I watched a bunch of stuff on Netflix, and I watched B Stars, and I'm like, God fucking damn it, this is great.
It's a lot. Like, when it first came out, I thought, oh, this is furries galore. No, it's actually a lot deeper than that.
Oh, but let's be honest, the furries probably went
The
hog
furries
wild
probably
for
let
fan
themselves
art.
already.
Oh, yeah,
no
the fucking
doubt.
furries. The fucking furries definitely were fucking having a damn fat fest.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they were.
also,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I made an OC named Opal the possum, and the reason her name is Opal is because it's the American possum, which is spelt with an O.
An American possum.
And I don't care what anyone says. Yes, the Australian possum's adorable, but I don't care what anyone says. I think the American possum is adorable too. I'm tired of it being like everything except the possum in Australia is gonna kill you. And then America is the most horrifying thing when it comes to possums. Fuck you. American opossums are adorable.
America.
I like the fact that they can't. Their body can literally cannot carry rabies. The body temperature is too high for it.
Yeah, I know. What's funny about that is that's the whole myth about it. Everyone's like, "Oh, don't touch a possum because they have rabies." I was like, "No, that they can't." Now, a raccoon, yes, but
Yeah.
even then, it's
Basically, the American possum is the thing that you don't have to worry about risking very much if one bites you, because you don't have to get rabies shots for a possum.
and another fun fact about that is possums don't bite. Like there was one guy who proved it, and he was putting his hand in the mouth and everything. When a possum hisses at you, 9 times out of 10 is just to try to scare you. It's just a bluff.
Oh, I got a couple possums that hang out in my backyard. I give them table scraps and stuff because they'll eat rodents and bugs.
Yeah, see, there you go. They even have a purpose. Like, hey, let's get rid of these fucking rodents and bugs.
No, I want a possum as a pet.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
They
You know,
also
I
have
mean-
a built-in evolution thing because basically they have 13 teats. Don't ask why they have 13 teats. The
I'm
females,
sorry,
I
but
mean.
how do you know that?
But they have more than 13 young, so whatever doesn't latch onto a teat,
you're dead.
yeah. So basically, that's their way of making sure their next generation will be strong, because the ones that couldn't find the nipple to be fed, that's it. Bye bye.
It's all.
Better luck next time if you're reborn.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe the Indians have a point. Maybe reincarnation is real.
But anyway, I made an opossum character named Opal, and she likes to giggle at people and say, I could eat meat, but I can also eat vegetables, so it sucks to be you pure carnivores, because possums are omnivores.
Yeah. So basically, the possum's on the same level as the panda guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, in fact, if you actually want to know more, like, furry stuff, like freaking furry anime, you should actually go check out my friend Shinigami Wolf. He's actually
Greatest parody of furry first.
Oh God! I just actually watched that video with freaking Saber Spark.
Yeah, I actually commented saying, "You just discovered this? I've known about this since the very beginning when they first posted it."
You know what's funny is the joke about Sabersfolk is he's a closet furry. Like he says, I'm not a furry, but this character's kind of good looking, right? Like
He did do a review of that movie Lost Arca, I think.
uh-huh.
And anyone who's seen it knows when I say Panthy.
Oh
I
no,
would
no,
die for this
no.
girl.
Oh.
Oh God! I got that freaking thing stuck in my head from Sam and Max. What do you actually need these for? The one goes on the right one goes on the right nipple, the left one goes on the left nipple.
Not in the bedroom,
Max.
you knucklehead. Yeah, that's one of the jokes they snuck in to give people a hint that these two are a thing.
Oh God!
And that's why I love them as one of my favorite gay ships. It's because they come up with so many things. Like in the second game from Telltale, because Telltale did a couple games for Sam and Max. Max, you see a baby version of Al Capone, I think. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've played the game. But Max starts gushing, saying, "Oh, look at him with his little gun. Can we keep him, Sam?" And Sam's like, "I don't know, Max. It's a lot of responsibility. But my biological clock is ticking, Sam. If not now, when?"
Wow.
And yet the Wokies won't talk about that, but they will talk about fucking High Guardian Spice and how progressive it is, even though it's just totally built.
Many people of the trans community do not like Icarian Spice.
And again, I can show you a video that I watched with two trans people were, watching it, reviewing it, and when it got to the character that's, mind you, a self-insert, the trans character is literally a self-insert of the creator, and as soon as it's like, oh, I'm transgender, they both like, oh, no.
I'm also going to point this
Don't tell
out.
me it's not Snapdragon.
I'm also going to point this out. A couple years ago, they had a video for behind the scenes of High Guardian Spice, and all you see is white people and then one of them says, "We have a diverse cast and crew," and I'm like,
Where you
"No, you
at?
don't. All I saw was fucking white bread. Where's the pumpernickel? Nickel. Where's the wheat bread? I only saw fucking white bread."
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. That guy over there's got red hair.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
the only thing that was actually freaking diverse there was the freaking hair colors. I mean,
and guess what? Guess what? Guess what? And what makes him more hilarious, I brought this up in my video when I was reviewing High Guardian Spies. And
My condolences to your brain cells.
and one thing that I pointed out is was it to say things like, "Oh, we are diverse and blah blah blah." The 1930s and 40s like to say hello because the women, the animation, the Disney animations like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, all women made it.
Yeah, but a lot of
They
women. I don't want to
made
say
it.
a lot of women, but a lot of the
Since we're
professionals
talking about Snow
aren't the
White,
women drawing
here's
it anymore.
since
I
we're
could
talking
totally be
about Snow
wrong.
White, here's a little tidbit you might not have known. Walt Disney, to save money where he could, basically took expired makeup to use to color the backgrounds for Snow White.
huh.
It's kind of cool
Wow.
because I
Yeah.
remember I used to watch that all the time when I was a little kid at my great grandmother's house. It looked good to me.
Well,
But
also,
it's so fucking amazing that Walt's like, okay, where can I save money? Okay, this expired makeup is like a penny, whereas watercolors is 5 cents. I'll buy the expired makeup then.
He had to
Master
been one
Pro.
heck of a animator to be able to make that work, man.
Dude, that right there is like a work of genius because it's like, who would have thought of that, right? But also, one thing I do want to throw out there before we get to Shadow for a moment is, and not only that, but you want to set the diverse. The OG Shiva likes to say hello with their
Yeah.
staff.
I think there was like 2 straight guys and that was about it. It was mostly women and queer people.
And yet, here's what separates them from the High Guardian Spice staff. They
Oh,
weren't
bye,
like,
Shadow.
oh my god, look at us. Oh,
We'll
bye,
talk to you later,
Shadow.
Shadow.
Alright, bye, Shadow. But what separated them was the OG Shiva staff was like, oh my god, look at us, guys. Look at us. Look how diverse we are, guys. Look, 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 look. No. They're like, hey, check this out. It's Shiva, right? Meanwhile, the High Guardian Spice staff are like, oh my god, we are so diverse, okay? Like, we are totally diverse, okay?
Again! I mean, this is like that joke that Family Guy had about Abercrombie and Fitch. Find the black model in the magazine. And they had a little black guy dressed like Waldo.
Oh, God. Yeah, basically.
Waldo,
where's
where's Waldo? Waldo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Abercrombie and Fitch hires mostly white models.
Wow. Hey, where's Waldo? Oh, look, there he
Methinks
is.
that Abercrombie
Did
and
he get a
Fitch
tan?
does not like the idea of black people wearing their clothes.
And see, that's the thing. See, that right there, you have something, right? You have something there because something doesn't seem right. But it's completely different when you have something like, say, orcs and going, oh my god, black people. Because you have nothing,
Granted,
you
I
have
would
no
wear that
ground
up
to
to
stand
this
on.
shit.
Holy shit.
But
Vivzy Pop just dropped a trailer for Hell of a Boss 2022.
Dude. Let the hype come in.
I mean, I'm sorry for screaming holy shit, but it's like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, it's appropriate. This is a holy shit moment.
Yeah, it is. Because basically, I kind of follow, even though I don't really agree with, like, Vizzy's points of view, but, sometimes there's an old saying, you gotta separate the art from the artist.
Hey, at least her queer characters aren't saying every fucking 5 minutes, by the way, I'm fucking queer.
And here's the thing. Here's what I even brought this up in the review that I did for High Guardian Cringe is even though the staff are absolute garbage. Even though there's a staff member who hates men to the point she wants our extinction, we should separate the art from the artist, which you still
Wait,
don't get anywhere.
which woman wants this?
We should
What-
take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else.
and it was one of the Kool-Aid haired ones. I know I did not. I know I did not limit the search there. Right? Like,
I'm
they-
just gonna say this. I would love to watch High Guardian Spice because some of the designs are cute. But I
mhm.
can't stand the characters or the people who behind the show. I can't stand it. That's what
Wait,
ruins it for me.
Wait, which person are we talking about that wants men extinct?
Kate Leth. She's actually she's the head writer.
Oh,
Uh,
evidently she doesn't
Disney?
realize that, without men, women can't be made. Because you kind of
Well, I
need
mean,
the stuff
you
that
can't,
comes
like,
out of the
you
man's
can't,
sausage to go into the woman's taco in order to make another human.
Well, I mean,
Olay.
without trying to get gross, you can't put something in and make a pie in the oven without the ingredients. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You need that baby batter,
Yeah,
that daddy
I
milk.
like that. By the way,
freaking-
you got to put
It's
the
like,
stick in the pocket.
Yeah,
You gotta put the
basically,
lime in the
We need the
coconut.
sour cream from the kielbasa to put in the taco.
You need to
I
put
mean,
the lime in
basically-
the
I
coconut.
like tacos.
whoa, guys,
I also like
I want to interject here. It's like
Okay,
what
okay,
Dio
okay.
actually said. Okay, hold on. Dio, let me just cut you off there real quick. It's like what Dio's been saying. I mean, basically, you could actually pump, be better into, me or freaking Dio or Wildman or any other dude out there. We ain't gonna get pregnant,
Exactly. Now, if there's any cute femboys out
mean,
there, by
look,
all means.
Look, I get the whole it takes two to tango thing when people basically go after a girl who gets pregnant as a teenager. But it takes two to tango if you want to keep the human race going.
Exactly. But
Hell,
of
at
course,
least South Park pointed out the fact that you kind of need men if you want to keep making women.
and what's funny is that there's women out there, well, third wave feminists, or women rather, who absolutely hate men to the point that all mere existence pisses them off for whatever reason.
And that makes no sense to me because without your
Yeah, these
father, you
women
wouldn't be here.
need their ovaries
Regardless
taken.
if he
I'm
was a
sorry,
bad
Mr.
father or
Anime,
not,
but
without
these
him, you
kind
wouldn't
of
be there.
women should not be allowed to breed.
I'm sorry,
I
wait, say
can't
that again?
agree because, if you ask me, I really don't have a thing against women, even though I've actually been accused as being a so-called misogynist.
If
By
you were a
freaking-
fucking misogynist, you wouldn't let me on your show.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I respect you, DD. I respect freaking Maggie and TWD Fangirl 27 and any other females that actually love anime as much as I do. We're actually naturally inclusive.
hmm And what's funny is, the thing is, we have always been inclusive. D&D has always been inclusive. Video games have always been inclusive. All of these hobbies have always been inclusive. It's just back then you had that mindset that, some girls even had, like, oh, well, I'm a girl. I shouldn't play this or that. I mean, mind you, that was the mindset that they were told. Like, this is a
It was
boy thing, this is a
inclusive,
girl
but a
Yeah,
lot of
my
the people
brother
that
never
liked
cared.
it,
My
the-
brother never
the
cared if I
whole
liked
community that
comics,
liked it was
video
just
games,
very
or
small.
whatever.
Oh, guys, one at a time, one
sorry.
at a time.
Well, like I said, my brother never cared if I liked video games or comics. He even gets me Batman comics still from time to time.
I love you. I like that. I like Batman.
But I mean, yeah, they've always been something for everyone. Hell, me and my cousin, who was female, played Super Mario back in the day, Legend of Zelda, the whole 9 yards. It's just these wokies want to sit there and pat themselves on the back and go, "Look at me! Look how inclusive I am! See, look at me with this black woman who's trans. You see me playing with her? Look at me. Like, dude, shut up. You know what makes a good, inclusive, group? You're not pointing it out. Like, I mean, notice how, no one's like, oh my god, guys, we have Dee Dee. Look, Dee Dee's a girl. Look, everyone, praise Dee Dee for having a vagina. Like, no.
I'd have to slap you if that was the only reason you had me on here.
And you have every right to. You have every right to deck me and anyone who's like, yeah, we only have you on here because you have a vagina, nothing else. And it's like, and guess what? That's what
It's
the
called
woke.
a pocket between the legs. Thank you very much. You did it right.
Oh, my bad. But
I'm
it's
still
just
pretty pissed off at Butterboy. Well,
and
I hate to say it, but I'm still pretty freaking pissed off at Butterboy after he actually called freaking Dee Dee a freaking leg beard, which pissed me the fuck off. And it goes to show that he's being the misogynist one, not me.
yeah, he's a fat misogynist. But what I was about to say was like the wokies. The wokies.
Oh wait, that's what he called me? I
Yeah,
couldn't
lady
understand
beard.
him. I thought he called me a lady beard. I'm like, what the fuck is a lady beard? Is that a term for someone who
It's
doesn't
the
shave
bearded
their
lady from the
vagina
Freak
or
Show.
something?
But like what I was saying, though, it's like the wokies are the ones who will take any female or any black individual, whoever, and be like, "You're only here because you're my token, and you're here to make us look good." That's what the wokies want to do. They want to look good and just pat themselves on the back and say, "Look, we have a LGBT person right here. See how good and progressive we are." Meanwhile, you have fucking, Mr. A here who has two LGBT members, or technically three LGBT members in the fucking community, and guess what? He doesn't point it out every 5 fucking seconds.
Exactly, because freaking. If you ask me, if we actually had Revna on board, I would love to actually have her share her opinions as well. She's more than welcome to come on to the live stream anytime she wants.
Yeah, and again, this is what separates the real fans who enjoy hobbies from the wokies, because again, all the wokies want to do is pat themselves on the back and say, "See, look at me, I'm a good person." They are the equivalent of that person who takes a picture of themselves giving food to a homeless guy and sharing it on Facebook and saying, "Today I gave food to a homeless person. See how humble I am."
Well, the whole point is, if you were humble about it, you wouldn't be advertising it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's what wokies do. They just have an LGBT member on, or they, say they promote LGBT or black person or whatever, just to say, "Look how humble I am."
I mean,
do you think they actually
I was in high school when Katrina hit Louisiana, and as part of one of my classes, we went to the temporary shelter to help out. I didn't go around saying, "Oh, I'm such a great person because I'm helping out at this place." It was like, "No, this is part of my class, and these people need help, so I'm going to help these people."
Yeah, it's kind of like, what separates a hero from a narcissist, right? Like, the hero doesn't need praise or demand it. The narcissist is like, "Look at me. Look at me. Look how humble I am. Look at me."
Yeah, exactly. Because basically, Josh is a narcissist. Yeah,
And he's fat.
But here's the thing: he also pretty much is a freaking totalitarian. If you actually
fat.
give him, a form of criticism that doesn't align with his points of view, he actually automatically deletes it.
But a boy treats criticism like he treats vegetables. He throws it in the garbage. He only wants that disgusting deep fried butter that's been fried 10 times.
I
like
posted
vegetables.
something in venting yesterday on the Discord because I was pissed. Fucking Warner Brothers is blaming Johnny Depp for Fantastic Beasts failing. I'm like, don't you dare blame him. The fans warned you that if you didn't deal with Amber Heard that they weren't going to see any movie by you. And you ignored them. You ignored us. And now you're trying to blame fucking Johnny Depp for this.
Of
Yes,
course,
right.
they're blaming
Basically,
Johnny
this is
Depp.
what we
He's
like to
the
call.
scapegoat.
Well, if I can interject here, guys, this is what we call passing the buck. Basically, these people can't actually take accountability for their actions. Like, if I screw up, I'll actually take accountability and I'll actually own up to what I did and I'll see if I can actually try to fix it. But, God forbid, if, some freaking wokey saw this, they'd actually cancel me right on the spot. No do-overs, no second chances.
I mean,
Nothing
well,
to
this
like.
is like with what's happening to Vic. I'm like, if you can give me evidence, like say a police report, I'm willing to admit that I was probably wrong. But they refuse to give me anything. And they come up with outlandish lies like, oh, Vic raped someone on an elevator. And I'm like, well, where's the footage? You
How
can't
can you even
tell
do
me
that when the
that he
elevator ride
did
is so
something to
short?
someone on an elevator and there's no fucking footage. Where's the fucking footage?
Well,
Exactly.
I can actually I actually got something to say about this now. Thank you for bringing that up. So, okay, first with the elevator thing, how do you rape someone on an elevator? Because it doesn't take long for an elevator doors to open back up. There's not enough
Exactly.
time for a guy to
Yeah,
finish that.
yeah, unless you
Two,
jam the elevator to where it stopped somewhere.
oh well, I never was smart enough to figure that out. But the
Look,
other
my
thing
point is,
they're kind of
you're right. The elevator wouldn't be closed for long, and I'm right because there would be fucking footage if that happened.
right. But the other
Exactly.
thing is, not maybe I guess it was last year. A picture came out that people were trying to say, "Look, see, he was here when this happened." Blah blah blah, and it was later debunked as a doctored photo, and
Oh,
then
you mean the thing of him?
yeah, where he had long hair, and I was like, wait. First off, I didn't know that Vic ever had long hair, but like, but apparently people figured out it was a doctored photo. So the court should like take that into account. Like these people are just uh, throwing false things out there. And then what blew my
And
mind
like
is
I
on
and
when
like
on the
I've
stand,
said,
uh,
Oh,
when on the
guys,
stand,
one at a time.
and
what
and
blew my mind was
like I've said, the only reason I would forgive Monica is because we eventually found out that Ronnie Boy is an abusive jackass and
right.
one of his ex-wives with a remote upside the head, threatened a judge and his own family when the wife was like, I want to leave. So we don't know what's going on with Monica. For all we know, he's beaten Monica. And I would feel
Well, how is he
terrible
not
if the
locked up?
reason she was only accusing Vic was because she was being threatened by Ron.
Like how does a judge not lock him up after being threatened by him? But anyway, the other part was like what blew my mind was like how did this I don't remember who it was being caught lied on the stand. I think it was Monica, but for all I know it was someone else. But how does the judge sit there and not look at that and be like, okay, no one on the opposing end I can trust because these people have been caught being lied on the stand? How do you not dismiss the case?
Basically, this is freaking John Chupp. This is Judge Chupp we're talking about here. The guy who was
Oh,
actually in the
that asshole who just read one thing, saw it was a guy countersuing or something, a woman, and was like, well, obviously the woman's innocent. A woman would
Oh, one of
never
those
do
kind of
something
idiots.
so
Okay.
heinous. And I'm like,
I love how
Amber
that
fucking
is.
heard. We have fucking audio of her being abusive to Johnny Depp, and she practically gouged out Jason Momoa's eye with a fake spear.
Wait, is
And
this the same
we've
judge that's
seen
doing both
Jason
cases?
Momoa. This guy is jacked. And he wouldn't be able to retaliate because then he'd be seen as the bad guy. This bitch needs to be taken out. I fear for that baby she has because the minute that baby doesn't stop crying, she's liable to drop it on the floor and bust its head open.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be the same judge that's handling both cases? Or
I don't know who's handling the. the AHJD case. So
Also,
Because I was talking about the Vic case.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You got worked up
It-
there.
I'm pissed for what happened to Vic and Johnny, to a point where I would love to see these two do a movie together and be brothers.
Mm.
I actually would love to see that. I would love to see Johnny Depp as a live action Kakashi from Naruto. I think he could pull it off.
Well, no.
interesting.
The Wokies would say that's
I don't care what the
cultural
Wokies say. In an ideal
appropriation,
world, I think
even
that
though
would work.
these are the same fucking people who said Japanese people are white. How that works, I don't fucking know.
I mean, to be fair, like in a weird fair way, a lot of the early 90s and 2000 anime, they were drawn to look more white than Asian anyway, but who cares?
Oh,
Look, my
also,
point is the Wokies will say, oh, well, Japanese people don't count because they're white. But the minute something like Cobra Kai doesn't have enough Japanese people, well, where are the Japanese people? This is kind of racist. I'm like, I'm sorry, didn't you just say Japanese people are fucking white?
oh, by the way, sadly, it's been 2 hours, and this is live stream. Well, StreamYard.
Well, I gotta go anyway. Check on the stew, and the Christmas gift I got for my dad just arrived, so I gotta go get that.
That was a
Oh,
good time, guys. Thanks.
also make sure y'all say Merry Christmas, since I'm
Merry
pretty sure.
Christmas,
Merry
Hollywood.
Christmas,
Stop
everyone, and
fucking
have a
around,
blessed
and
day.
goodbye.
And a Merry Christmas.
Fuck happy holidays.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but okay.
Yeah, because basically I don't do fucking political correctness. That shit can just go
Neither do I.
there. But anyway, guys,
Anyone who knows me is like, you are the most anti-PC person I've ever known because you just don't give a crap. I was like, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say your piece. Goodbyes.
yeah, let's say our final goodbyes and get it out of the way. So, well, man,
Yes.
why don't you start us off?
You guys have a good one and stay walking on the wild side.
All right.
Alright,
Lord,
well, there's no such thing as cultural appropriating. There's no such thing as, non-binary and all the other fake little made-up genders. And remember, everyone, to have a great Christmas and, happy New Year's. And remember to allow your desires to burn brightly. Plus, Padaru, Padaru.
Yeah, and as for me, I'd actually have to say this. Thank you guys for coming on board and dealing with my crazy ass shenanigans. Fanservice is not misogyny. I fucking tell you what, if you actually think so, you can actually go seriously go eat a dick. But all in all, guys, thank you for coming on, and just as always, remember these three things. Respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, anime is freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, sign out, everyone.